22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Foxborough. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Matthews working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. But you look at this Patriots defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Off-play action. Matthews. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Patriots at 7 and 9 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's May. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. May. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. Off the play fake. Matthews escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Take a look at this Patriots defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Matthews. And got his man complete. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Let's go now. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
From the gun, it's May. Fighting through pressure, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Douglas, the man in motion. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Throwing here is May. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw. Matthews. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll throw with May. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air, May. Got his man, it's Thornton. Finding room at midfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's May. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play, that's going to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
70 range. 70 range. Let's go. Cup 19. Cup 19.
From the shotgun, May with it. And he gets this to Thornton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, 37 yards. And the Patriots are back within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, Matthews. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And he picks up the first